So myself Mohammed Ilyas. Let me welcome you to the session on IoT. IoT is basically the revolution creating one now. So it's trending now. So this session is going to be very important. So this is the content. So we will see all this. We'll see. I will introduce myself. I'll just give you my history, and then we'll go to what, why, and how's of IoT, explaining few things. Then we'll see how IoT is changing the world and how it has changed the world, and then we'll see about the future aspects. So this is in general the content of the thing, the session, and you're seeing my presentation, right, everyone? You're seeing my presentation, everyone? No? Okay. 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 Can you see now? Yeah. Okay. Fine. So yeah. So this is the content. So this is the content for the session. We will look at all these things. We'll see about myself, and then we'll see about IoT interaction and all that. About me, so I have a startup called Alsense. Uh, I actually completed my BE in Ali Muhammad Saleh College of Engineering in 2012. And then I did my master's in mechatronics engineering from JPR Engineering College and Anna University. I was actually working. I was actually working and doing my master's. I was working in as a robotics trainer in a company called Simple Labs. Now, Simple Labs, they are the ones who first introduced Arduino platforms in India. So they are based on Chennai. So I was working there when I was doing my masters, and so as I was doing my masters, I was working there. So I was training as well as doing my masters. And then before I come, I mean, I finished my masters. I started my own company called Alsense. So since then, I went into training different technologies. My aim when I was starting was to train people in robotics, but then this IoT thing came up. So that was starting that time. It was around 2015, I guess. It was there before that, but 2015 the hype actually was starting. So I started my workshops and trainings with IoT itself. I didn't do any robotics training, even though I thought of doing robotics training. So I started IoT, and then IoT was the main thing for us for the last 4 5 years. We have been training people on IoT mainly, and we do train people on other technologies like whatever comes up, like machine learning, artificial intelligence, chatbots, special courses on Python, embedded systems, robotics, everything. We teach people on everything. Whatever technology comes up, if people ask us, we will find the either we train them by ourselves, or we find people who can actually train well people on those stuffs. So that is us. So we have conducted almost like 150 plus workshops all around Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Karnataka. We are trying to go abroad now, out of India, to train people also now. And thanks to ITED for helping us reach more people. Okay, so this is it. So, and other part of the company is we do research and automation, research and development. We develop our own products. We have developed shields for Arduino. Okay, I'll tell you when we in the course. We have developed our own products. We are doing home automation steps, hotel automation, all those steps. And now we are into software services also. Like we develop apps, websites, any special softwares you need. We have people for do that. We do that also now. We have clients in Saudi, Singapore, etc. So this is about me. Now coming to the session. So IoT, Internet of Things. So this is the picture you will always get when you search for IoT. Usually, whenever you search for IoT, the main picture you will see either this, or you will see something like this, something similar to this. Okay. Now coming to the picture, what you can see here is you can see many things, whatever we can call as things, your washing machines, your mobile phones, your laptops, your computers, or your home. or your keychains or your specs, whatever you call as things, are connected to internet. So that's what the picture actually tells us. So you connect them to the common point here. Is there any problem? Is everything okay? Okay. So you can just switch on your mic and let me know if there is any problem. Okay. Fine. Fine. So this is it. So this is the picture you get when you speak about IoT. So it's basically connecting things to the internet so that you can either connect them or control them, or that in other way you collect some data from them. You see two things here. Either you control them from somewhere. Let's say I want to switch on my AC from outside, from airport, from any other place. I connect it to internet. Or in some cases, you may want to just get the data from those devices. That's other way. That's other reason you connect things to the internet. So this is what happens basically in IoT. So you connect things to the internet, you control them, or you either collect data from them. This is the two things you either do. Okay, within IoT. Now, why you should do that? And before that, this is the history of IoT. You should see this before, because see, internet has been there since. Excuse me for a minute. Let me. Yeah. Okay. So this is it. So internet has been there since 1990s. Okay, we had this World Wide Web thing comes up right around 1889 or 90, I guess. So since then we have been having this internet. It's almost like 30 years we have been using internet, right? From 1990 to 2020 almost. Now, but IoT is a new thing, right? We speak about connecting things to the internet only now. Before this, internet's primary objective was to connect people, either people with people or people with data. Like for example, people may want to listen to music, watch some movies, email, WhatsApp, Facebook, or you may want to go to Wikipedia, get some information. So basically, internet's primary objective before this was to connect people together or to people with some data or information. This was happening all these years until 2008. You can see here it's until 2008. Okay, so that was the first time when there was a conference held on IoT and other data related steps. So that is when the IoT was actually declared born. The term was there before that. You can see here in 1982. Sorry, in 1982, people connected vending machine to the internet and control them. You can see it here. People have been trying to connect things to the internet and control them since the 1990s. Okay, the concept was already there, but the concept became popular or became important only in 2008. Now the reason why we gave this internet things hype only from 2008 is this. So this is the question I'm asking. Why didn't we speak about IoT like 30 years back? We have been having internet for 30 years almost. So why didn't we speak about IoT before this? There wasn't any automation before that? Is that so? No, no. There was automation before that. So basically, the reason why we are speaking about IoT only now is these. First thing is advancements in infrastructure, which means like 10 years back or 15 years back, internet was not that popular, that not that prevalent. If I have Wi-Fi at my home, I'll be called, big shot in my among my friends. My friends used to come to my house and they don't leave. So Wi-Fi was a big challenge like 15 years back, but now we have Wi-Fi everywhere. You go to stations, you go to public places, malls, everywhere you have Wi-Fi. So that's the first reason. Second thing, we have development in sensors and this embedded boards. The controllers we have now, they are low cost now, comparatively. Okay, like 15 years back, there's not large manufacturing, so the cost was really high before like 15 years. And the third reason, huge amount of data. See, IoT deals with data, I told you. So the first slide shows you, it's all about collecting data actually. Now data, even though the technology was there, there's not much data to interpret, because you should have huge amount of data, uh, you know uh, sufficient amount of data to conclude something. Data collection was not that much before, like 15 years back or 20 years back. And the fourth reason, data manipulating algorithms. Now we have machine learning AI algorithms everywhere. Okay, we have all these deep learning things and everything coming up. We have different computer vision algorithms, image processing algorithms. Everything is coming up now. Like 10, 15 years back, we didn't have all those things. So that's another reason. And finally, storage enhancements. So big data is a concept now. Like 15 years back, storing data was really a challenging one. We didn't have enough space to store huge amount of data. There's no so much data collection though. So these are the main five reasons why we didn't speak about IoT, even though we had internet, even though the concept was there. Why we didn't give importance to IoT was these. These are only few. There are many other reasons, like why we speak about IoT now is because of mobile phones. Mobile phones gave people to get connected to internet so easily. Okay, so that's another reason. Okay, fine. So now coming to the this slide. Now this slide actually tells you how things connected to the internet have grown very exponentially. Like you can see in 2003, the things connected to the internet was very less. The brown area was the human population. The blue area is actually the things connected to the internet. You can see how less it was in 2003. But in 2010, you can see it surpassed human population exactly in 2008, and it started increasing exponentially. Things connected to the internet started increasing exponentially. In 2015, it was more than the double, and the prediction for 2050, you can see here, is like 50 billion devices. Okay, which is really less, because the awareness keeps increasing and the things connected keeps increasing also. Okay, so this data was like 3 4 years back. Now if you ask me, by 2020 the connected device will be like 70 billion. Okay, the awareness is increasing very highly. So this is the other reason why people thought about bringing IoT into a whole new field. In 2008, I told you, in the conference they declared IoT is born, and the reason is this. Okay, and so what is automation before that? Though we speak about IoT automation now, does that mean we didn't have automation before that? We had automation. We call it embedded automation. Okay, which means we didn't have much data to be interpreted. There was data interpretation, there was internet, but there's not much interpretation with data. For example, you see air conditioners. So ACs work on data only. Like you set a temperature with your remote, like say 23 degrees Celsius, and there's a temperature sensor inside the AC. The sensor gives us some value, let's say 25 degrees Celsius. So there is some data manipulation inside. It compares both the temperature you set, and the temperature which is the room temperature. It compares both and takes decision. Okay. So that is data interpretation, but there's no internet here. Now this is automation basically. This is there like for a long time. But then what internet did was it increased the way to get data. The collection of data was really limited before this. With internet, with advancement in internet technologies, collection of data became very easy. Like for example, we collect data from microwave oven. See, you may think why we should connect microwave oven to the internet. Are we going to control it from outside? We are going to use it anyway from home. You're not going to control it from anywhere in the world. When you're at home, you may want to cook something and you want to use it. Why should you connect oven to the internet? So basically, we connect all these things in to collect data, to assess them or to aid them if there is any problem. Okay, so that's another important use case of IoT. So this is not there before, like 10 years back. Now we have everything. Okay. Okay. Now this is a very important question. What are we actually achieving with IoT? Why should I connect things to the internet? I've been telling all this for the past 15 minutes. We have to connect things to the internet. Okay. Why should I? So what was there before connecting to the internet? What do we actually achieve by connecting to the internet? Is this really needed? Now, this is a very important question. You should actually understand why IoT is given so much importance now. It's not just about controlling things. See, you can connect things to the internet. You can control from US. Let's say I want to switch on a fan from US. You can do it, but that's not the reason why IoT is given so much importance. Switching on a light and off is not the primary reason. There's something else which is very, very, really important, which people should actually think about. I'll show you through for an example. Let's say I have a mic. This is the example I used to give everyone. Okay, whoever attends my IoT session, I used to give this example for easy understanding. Okay, so let's say I have a mic with me. What does a mic do? A mic basically amplifies whatever you speak and sends it to a speaker. That's what a mic actually does. Okay, now let's say I speak some bad words. I speak some bad words. Okay. Do you think the mic will stop the bad words? No, it doesn't do automatically. It actually sends whatever you speak, it sends it to the speaker. Let it be praising good words or bad words. Whatever you speak, it sends it to a speaker. That's what it does. Now let's say I want to stop these bad words being going to the speaker. I don't want these words to be sent to the speaker when those bad words are being spelled out. Okay, so the bank should be able to identify those bad words, right? So what should I do now? First of all, I should have a chip like this. Do you see this chip here? A chip for it should actually convert your speech to text. You have those voice recognizers in your mobile phone now. Whatever you speak, it converts that into text, and you see those things in the keypads and all that, right? So similar to that, you should have a speech recognizer chip that should be put inside the mic. What it'll do is it'll actually convert what I speak into text. And the next thing is, okay, let's the mic has converted it. Now, what's the next step? The mic should know whether what I have spoken is a good word or a bad word. How will it know it? First of all, you should maintain a database full of bad words. Whatever the bad words in the world are, billions of words. Okay, now you should actually maintain them in a server and a database. So all those bad words will be there, maintained separately in a server. And the third step is to give Mike access to this database, and that can be done by using internet. Okay, that's where internet plays the part. Okay, so you should put a Wi-Fi module, Wi-Fi chip inside the mic, so the mic should be able to connect to the internet, and then it should be able to access the database. So what it does now, whenever I speak something, okay, it converts that into text first. After converting it into text, it should know whether it's a bad word or a good word. So it accesses the database and sees whether this word is there in the database. So if that word is there, it'll identify this word is a bad word. Otherwise, it's a good word. So the good words are sent. Bad words are, let's say, blocked or sent a beep sound. Let's say. Now what you can see here is the mic, which was actually not thinking before this, it has started to think. The mic was not taking decision before this. This mic has started to take. It has started to take decision. Before this, the mic was actually listening to me plainly. Whatever I say, good or bad, you shout, whatever you do, I send it to the speaker. Now, after giving it an access to the database through internet and some chips to recognize your speech, after all that is done, your mic has started to think. Now, what you can call this mic as now. People, it was a normal mic before this. You can call this mic now a smart mic because it has started to think and take decision. So this is what is IoT in simple ways. We just don't control things. You actually give things the ability to think and take decision. This is not the only thing. Whatever you see around you, whatever you can call it as things. Everything can be given intelligence through IoT. That is the reason we have this hype now, not just switching on and off. Okay, the hype is because the intelligence is for everything now. There was a time, when we speak about artificial intelligence and all that. It was only either the intelligence was there in humans or the animals, or it should go to robot. People think about robot when you speak about artificial intelligence. Now, this intelligence is being given to everything around you. Your specs, your watches, even your shirts. You have wearables now. IoT wearables now. IoT clothes now. Even these buttons. So whatever you can call it as things can be given this intelligence through IoT. Okay, so you have this internet thing and then some database. That's what is going to play the very important role. So this is the basic rule. This is thumb rule. You have some database, you have some connectivity, and both of them give intelligence to the thing around you, to the things around you. This is like the mantra for IoT. You should have a database, okay, to take decision, and then you should have some connectivity so that we can collect the database or to send the data, send the control to the thing. Okay, so both of them will give the thing the intelligence, okay, the ability to take decision. Okay, and what IoT is not, this is what I told you already. It's not just switching on and off things. Okay, it's not automation without internet, and it's not just wireless. People think about wireless when you speak about IoT. IoT can be wired also. It's all about internet. You can have Ethernet connection. You can have some Ethernet enabled device connected to internet. Even that device can be IoT device. So it's not just wireless. Anything, and there's another thing. People always think about Wi-Fi when you speak about IoT. So IoT can be using Bluetooth also. Okay, it can be using other wireless protocols also. There are many wireless things we use: Bluetooth, NFC, Wi-Fi. So there are many wireless things we use. IoT can be with anything. It's not just Wi-Fi or internet. Okay, fine. So this is what is happening inside an IoT system basically. You have embedded things, with the embedded things or the sensors and the controllers and everything that will be inside a thing. Here the thing is a car, the robotic arm, the nest, the thermostat. If you see here the thermostat, okay, all these are embedded devices now. They have all these sensors and controllers and everything. What they do, they send the data to the network, to through the network to the server. It comes here basically. It comes to a server on the third point. The server actually processes the data. Okay, basically you can process the data inside the embedded system itself, in the first point, in the first place itself. But processing data requires huge amount of computing power that is basically absent in embedded systems, these controllers and all that. So what they do, they actually send the data to servers here like this, and then they process data. Finally those data either comes back to the system, like for example, uh, you want to control something, the light fan, the robotic arm. From the robotic arm, the data goes to the server. The server takes the decision, sends back to the command to the robotic arm. It acts accordingly. So that's what happens. Okay. So this is a simple system on IoT. This is the architecture. You have embedded systems, you have connectivity, and then the server. This is a simple architecture. The same thing is shown here. You have an embedded system, the controller here. We call it embedded system, the hardware. We have the connectivity, the network, then we have the server. From the server, either the command goes back to the hardware, or it may go to either a laptop or mobile phone, or whatever, the tab, everything. Okay, this is the basic simple architecture. There's so much deeper things in it. Okay, different protocols involved. I'm not getting into it. We might see that in the course. Okay, so this is a simple architecture of IoT: the hardware, network connectivity, and the server, and the end devices. The end devices can be your mobile phones, laptops, and all that. Fine. Now, okay, now coming to this thing, how IoT is changing the world, or has changed the world. I would say it has changed the world already. Okay. Now this is what is intelligence, right? Intelligence is either two ways. It can be either natural or artificial. You know what is natural intelligence? Natural intelligence is all about the one which is present already in humans and animals and even plants. This is natural intelligence. Artificial intelligence is this thing. This is before IoT. What you see here is artificial intelligence before IoT. Like they are static or they are fixed. Like you program a machine, the machine acts accordingly. It can't train itself. You know, the machine, it's a hard coded. We call it hard coded in the sense, once we program the machine, it's act accordingly. It doesn't learn, or it doesn't adapt to the situations. It just reacts to the commands. Similarly, the same thing was there in robots also, in robotic arms. But after IoT has come, okay, the things have started to learn actually, because with IoT, machine learning and artificial intelligence got a very good hype. The data collected through the devices, through the internet, from the devices through the internet, were able to be sent to the servers, and machine learning was able to achieve. Okay, machine learning is changing the world already. Okay, so basically, before IoT, artificial intelligence was only these, the machines, the robots, and everything. Now after IoT, artificial intelligence is for everything, literally everything you see. Okay, your table, your chairs and tables might speak at some time. Your chair may tell you like you're weighing too high. I mean, you're weighing too much. Why don't you just get up and go? I can't bear you, but or your fan may tell you like it's cold. Why do you want me to go on? So basically, with IoT, everything around you will be either speaking to themselves, or they'll be speaking to you. They may speak to you through your mobile devices, or we may embed voices also. Okay, or they may speak to each other. Like for example, your fan may tell your AC to go on, saying it's too hot, and your AC may reply like it's not that hot. Why should I go on? You better go on. So that's what happens with IoT. Talking, talking, talking. Okay, fine. So this is a simple thing which shows how things are being connected to the common point. Okay, your washing machines, your fridges, and whatever your AC or your coffee machine, whatever we can call as things, your camera, we can connect to internet, and they communicate with each other. So that's what IoT is enabled now. The communication between devices, between things, and between things and humans are made possible. So this is the transition. So what was not before, what is happening now is things are talking to us. With IoT, things have started to talk to us, and they talk to each other. That's the second thing. And the third thing, everything around us, not just robots, will have intelligence. I told you already. So those are the points. You keep this in mind. These are three things that's happening. Things are talking to us, things are talking to each other, and everything around us will have some intelligence. Like the movie in the Transformer you have seen, everything will be acting actually. Fine. Now, coming to the examples of IoT, your mobile phone is a very good example for IoT device. Okay, what it does is it knows everything about you, man. Whatever you do. Okay, I don't know whether your parents know about you, if you're a student, or your spouses know about you. But I tell you what, your mobile phone knows about you very much. Even if you delete your history, or even if you're in incognito mode or whatever. So they know about you very much. So they suggest you things. They take data from you, and like they do everything. It's a very good example of IoT. It has been changing the way we live for the past, like almost like 10 years. Okay, fine. So that is another good example of IoT device. And this thing, so what happens here is, see, this is a very good example. You don't go to auto taxi anymore, they come to you. Now before this IoT thing and all that, before this mobile labs and all that, people usually go look for the taxi auto in the roads, and then if they find one, they will get on, get up, and then go. But now with IoT and everything, they auto or taxi come to you. You don't go to them, they come to you. It applies to everything, your food, medicines, grocery. Now all these are actually the results of IoT. All these things comes to you because of IoT. Your apps actually enable all these things. Okay, these devices connected to the internet, they're making things more easy. It's like you're at home even when you're actually outside. Like you can control things at your home. Even if you're outside, you can have a look at your home through cameras and everything, through your mobile phones. All this is a product of IoT. And this is a fancy thing. Okay, the very good example we have now. Tesla self-driving cars. You know them. Tesla Motors are like they are revolutionizing the car industry now. Okay, it's Diwali time. We should like wait for some time until the bursts go on. Okay, whoa. Let's continue. So Tesla self-driving cars. Now these are like real very good examples of IoT. They have sensors inside them which monitor them every now and then they send the data like how much distance they have between cars or how fast it is going. All these things, Now this news has really came up recently. Tesla autopilot drives man to the hospital during life-threatening medical episode. You know what happened was, now this man was actually driving his Tesla car. What happened was this he had an heart attack. He just switched on the semi-automatic mode and lie down on the seat. So this car, it found out my driver, my owner has some problem. So what it did, it automatically searched for nearby hospital. It searched for nearby hospital itself, took him to the hospital and placed him there. The man was saved. So all this is because of IoT. This car is able to communicate with the server of Tesla, and then finding out Google Maps, finding out the nearby hospital, and then take him there. So all this is product of IoT. It's happening around you. Artificial intelligence is coming to everything around you. So this mobile watches, smart watches, we have everyone. Most of them have now. Okay, it's a fancy thing. We have everything. As Google Glass, it's a very good example again. Product of IoT, and then smart fridges. Your fridges are not just storing or cooling things anymore. They're suggesting you things. See here, milk left is only zero point 0.5 liters, or milk is out of stock, or your eggs are out of stock. It suggests you things. It doesn't just cool things anymore. It suggests you things. It helps you, maintain stock properly. And this one on the left side is a smart mirror. Mirrors are not mirrors anymore. They are like they show you the weather report. They even show you scheduled meetings. They help you keep your time properly. So all this is happening. So what you see here is basically with IoT, one thing is becoming many things. Okay, that is what is happening. I told you the watches, for example, this watch is not just a watch anymore. It acts as a phone. It acts as your body. It even checks your pulses, your heartbeat, everything. Okay, it helps you to maintain your diet properly. So what I'm saying here is with IoT, things are not just one thing. There are many things now. For example, this mirror is not just acting like a mirror now. It acts like a mirror. It acts like a weather reporter. It acts like a schedule keeper. So the reason why they have transformed like this is all because of IoT, the data. Without IoT, things are just things. Okay, now there are many things. Okay, so that is what is happening all around us. So what future holds for us? This is a very important question. What if we have intelligence for everything around us? Is it good really? Is it really good? Will we have privacy in everything? Now, the answer to this question depends on how we handle things. Every technology can be either good or bad. IoT, people always speak about bad things on IoT. There are darker sides, but people are working on different things to make them secure and safe. So it is utopia or dystopia. It depends on how we handle it. If people are working in smart cities and all that, only when they come up we'll know. Okay, let's hope IoT is making everything safer and quicker. These are challenges ahead in IoT. This is we should know this because okay, let me tell you this first. We have compatibility issues. Compatibility issues in the sense many people follow different protocols when they design IoT devices. There is no universal protocol for IoT. People are yet to develop it. People are developing their own protocols since anyone can do things. Okay, so there's another big issue. Complexity, again, it tells the same thing. Compatibility, they combine complexity is like it's hard to know things now. And then privacy. This is a very major concern with IoT. If people are able to control things from internet, doesn't it mean anyone can hack into my home and see my camera? Yes, yes. The concern is there. That's why there are separate field now. IoT security is a huge thing now. People are actually paid more on IoT security. More than IoT developer, IoT security experts are more paid more. You know, they are developing encryption techniques and all that for making it safer and secure. Ethical and legal issues, again, it comes to same privacy and security. Okay, if people are planning to use it for good, they'll use it for good. If there are bad people, but we should always have a kill switch. When something goes bad, it should be shut down. And finally, this artificial stupidity, this is what is happening already. When it comes to artificial intelligence, if machines started to think on their own, or things started to think on their own, will it end up in something bad? There are chances, okay, but people are, I told you that we have this kill switch. When something goes bad, we shut it down. Recently, we had this Facebook artificial intelligence thing. It has started to speak in their own language. You can check the news. So Facebook's AI system, it created its own language. So what they did, they shut it down because they couldn't understand what it speaks, and it's dangerous. So they shut it down. These are challenges already ahead as people are working on it, and people were working on a really paid way. You should, if you want to get into IoT, one thing is getting into IoT developer. Other things is IoT security and this security thing, safe. I mean encryption thing. You can join. You can join as IoT security expert. Now this is the market value of IoT is really huge. 14.4 trillion is not less. I told you people are paid more on for IoT things. Even there was an article recently I read, okay, which said data scientists were the highly paid ones until recently, and now it is IoT developers. IoT developers are paid more than data scientists, IoT experts. You can check the article. I read it somewhere. You can so if you want to get into IoT, it's really good time now. It's becoming hype. It's keep growing. This is the time you should get into IoT thing and learn stuffs. And these are new IoT job roles. You can see all these new roles are either being developed or created, or they're going to be created. Okay, all these things, everything is IoT job role. There are so many job roles which are going to come. So there is lack of enough people, like enough what to say, the resource. So people are actually looking, the companies, corporations, they're looking for good IoT experts. So it's a really good time, very, you should get into learning IoT steps and all that. Now this is a thing I call in Salesforce. This thing. A basic average salary of an IoT engineer. Okay, in India. Okay, this is like in India, it's like 104 820 per year. It's like almost 70 lakhs. Okay. Uh, okay, so it's really huge. You should start working on learning all these steps. If you want to go into good, career and have some good salary. Now coming to the course. Now this is really important. So all the reason why we had this session is to let you know how important IoT is. Hands-on session is very important for IoT. Okay, you should learn. It's not like you can just learn from online. You can learn from online, but still you should have online hands-on session. It's not like programming language. You don't need hardware and everything for programming language, but this is hardware related. Now this is the timeline for our course. What we'll do in our course is we learn about Arduino basics. Arduino is a platform, a hardware platform, like controlling LEDs, fans, lights, your cameras. Everything can be done using Arduino. Then we'll see about networking concepts, and then we'll see about IoT integration. We'll see how to integrate all these things with IoT. You'll control your fans and lights with internet. from your Twitter account, from your Facebook account, from through messages, okay, through voice, from anywhere. All this will do. And finally the course will always ends up with making a smart home. You will you will learn to make your home smart. You can do it yourself. You don't have to buy things from outside. You can build it yourself. That's what this course is aimed at. The course is actually aimed at teaching people to make their home smart by themselves. It involves everything. It involves like from the apps to the hardware thing. Everything will be included. Is included. Now, why you should come here is the sessions are hands-on. Hands-on in the sense, from connecting LEDs to connecting fans and lights, everything will be shown to you clearly. It's not like you just go connect it like that. We'll connect it on front of you and show you. Okay, we're clearly detailed. Either if it is online, the video will be taken in detail, or if it is hands-on in one-to-one, you'll see it. Do it yourself. And then fun learning. Electronics is fun, and IoT is really fun. We make sure that whatever you learn is really fun based, uh, because people shouldn't get monotonous. So we plan their agenda in a way people like it. Like every concept will be followed by a task. Every concept, every day you'll be given a task and you'll be asked to do it. Unless you do it, you don't go to the next session. Okay, so that's a takeaway. Fine. So this is, and if you want to see the detailed thing, we'll send you the detailed uh, the contents of the IIT course. You can check it out. Now, comment ITET. See, ITET is helping people to learn all these technologies in very easy, simple way, with affordable price and all that. Okay, everything is hands-on, both on hardware and software. And ITET, the people on ITET, they are like experts. Okay, we teach you using real-time cases. We help you develop real-time products. Okay, we'll solve real-time problems actually. And coming to students, we support you. We take your ideas into real time. We help you bring out with your ideas, bring it with your, I mean, take your ideas into real products. And we connect hackathons, competitions, everything. They help people to actually learn more. We award you, we reward you. Actually we reward you for your talent. We have these competitions. We reward you in the end for your inventions and new discoveries. Okay, we do that. So that is it. So everything will be hands on. You'll have kits like this. You'll be given kits like this. You'll work hands on. You'll see. You'll have real fun. Okay, that's a promise. You'll have real fun. And this is like competition. Okay, we have competitions like hackathons, and we'll reward people as I told you. So that is it. That is it from my end. Thank you for attending the session. Hope you'll be in touch. Okay, don't forget, go to itexperttraining.com and enroll for the course. The course fee is 5,000 for the beginner level. Okay, let me share you the content. Let me share you the actual content. Wait a sec. Okay. Okay, wait a sec. Can you see this course thing? Everyone is, guys? No, we cannot see. Okay, wait. Just thinking. Why is it not expanding? Wait a sec. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait. I'll share now the thing. Yeah, there it is. You can see now? Guys, can you see? I think you can see this now. So this is the, can someone just confirm? You can see it? Guys? Hello? You can see the thing? You can see the screen? I mean the
we can see.
Yeah, okay. So this is the content. Okay, so we'll see all these things. Okay, this is a beginner level. We have actually two things. We have two different courses. We suggest hands-on training for the beginners. We can you can even get trained online, but before getting into advanced topics, we'll suggest you to come, have hands-on session, front face to face, because once you have the basic experience of using electronics and everything, then you can learn the advanced topics easily through online itself. So we have two setups. One is a beginner level where we use only Arduino platform. We'll do all these things. Okay, we will connect LEDs, resistor switches, we'll see hardware, software, everything, and we'll see use all the sensors like light sensor, temperature sensor. We'll see how to detect motion. Okay, if there's motion, you turn on a light. If there's no motion, you have all these things in IT companies, right? Now most of the companies now they have this sensors, motion sensors. If there is people inside, the light goes on. If there's no people, it goes off. You'll do all that, and you will even do like sending data to cloud and read the data, see the data, and how to get the data from the cloud and use it. And we will finally end up in doing home automation, as I told you, and that will involve many things. Whatever you learn from the beginning, like controlling from simple LEDs to controlling fans and lights, your ACs, whatever, everything will be packed up and given to you. You will be given that as a task. So once that is we'll help you anyway. You'll do it anyway because the course is structured in that way. In the end, you'll combine everything and do a complete smart home. Your home, you'll make it smart. Okay. So the price of this beginner course will be like 5,000. Okay. See, if you just search for IoT courses everywhere, you'll get like 15,000, 20,000. I'm sure, because I've been searching for it. So why we give this for 5,000 is, see, people, you should have this taste of using all these things. IoT is really, from my point of, I'm telling you from my experience, it has helped me to start a business. My company is based on IoT. And IoT has given me the confidence to have my own company, to have my own people, build things. I like my things. We usually have people from IT companies coming to these courses. I used to ask them, "You're in IT. Why do you come here for hardware stuff and all that?" You know what they say? They say this. This is a very common answer. They say like they want to see something moving with their coding. That doesn't happen in usually in only software industry alone, right? You code something happens. Okay, the modules will be given to you. You work on that. You know what happens most of the time. But with this hardware stuff and all the IoT stuff, you will see things happening in front of you with your coding. You at least an LED, going up, or a robot moving. Okay, so all this is happening with IoT. It's really fun. You should enroll for this. So this is like the beginner level. Advanced level we have include only in online training, not on the face to face thing. The reason is face to face. It's enough if you have the basics alone. Then you can just sit in your comfort of your home and learn the advanced topics. So the advanced online training, beginner to advanced, involves whatever we covered in the beginner level, and along with it, we'll cover Raspberry Pi. Most of you might have known this Raspberry Pi. It's a powerful computer, mini computer. Okay, what we do with this is whatever we did with Arduino, we'll do along with it. We'll do all this computer vision thing. Okay, like everything around now is like computer based, right? Vision based, right? Even a mobile phone unlocks with your face recognition. So we'll do all that. So we'll do face recognition, your what to say, your voice recognition. We'll do all that. So even though there's not given here, we can do it. Then we will control things from social media. We'll do that from Twitter. If you just like you send something to in Twitter, something happens at your home, or let's say you can do this also. We'll do this also. If something happens at your home, you will get a Twitter notification saying your home sends you a Twitter notification saying some intruder alert, someone has come inside. Or let's say you have a camera in front of your house, someone has come. Your camera can identify who the people are. Let's say your father and mother. So you can get a notification saying your father and mother has come. So all this is possible with whatever you're learning on this thing. Okay. So make sure you enroll for the course. Okay, this is going to be really useful. I tell you, see, IoT is going to create opportunities. Usually, I tell this to people. You search for jobs when you learn other steps, but with IoT, I tell you, you can give jobs to others, because IoT is all about changing, giving intelligence to everything around you. See, it's all about your imagination, your thinking. If you find a perfect use case to convert which to, I mean, like for example, now people have thought about converting your buttons into, I told you, buttons can be converted into intelligent thing. You can embed some sensors and do it. So you find the use case, you build a business around it. Your chairs can be converted into a, your chairs can be a business case. Or whatever the example I told you, the mic. I don't see any mic in the market which can block bad words. You can take it as an example and build a business around it. So basically, IoT gives you the whatever the ability to make a business out of whatever you learn. Really easy. So that is it. Thanks for being a part of it. You can just ask me if you have any questions here. I'm ready to answer now. Okay, so there are some questions here. What are the requirements of you don't need anything. I'll tell you, you don't need anything. Even if you are zero in programming, or even if you're zero in electronics, we are there for you. That is how it is designed. I told you, people come from IT industry without knowing what electronics is. We teach them from the very basic, like controlling LEDs, what are resistors, what is a breadboard, everything. From the very basic, you will get to know, and it's really easy. The reason why we use Arduino platform is just to make sure it makes things easy. Basically, before Arduino, I'm telling you, before Arduino, electronics was tough, embedded systems was tough. But with Arduino, everything is easy. You just learn from the very basic. Anything else? You can either ask through your voice, or you can even just type and send you a message.
Assalamualaikum, Mr. Ilyas.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Brother, this is the basic course will start from when, and what is the duration for that one?
Yeah. So we see, usually it is 30 hours. The basic course, the beginner level number of hours is 30 hours. Okay, but we are still yet to like actually, I mean, like to confirm when to start, and how many hours a day we can have. It depends on the audience. We want to get the feedback from you, like how many hours you can spend. So depending on that, we can really arrange accordingly. So if you're ready to join, you can just enroll. We'll plan the timing and the schedule and everything according to your plans. We are ready to go with that. And for advanced level, it will be double the time. It will double the time, like it will be like 60 hours. So again, we can schedule that based on your interest. That will be updated in the website anyway. You can just IT expert train.com and you can see it. Yes.
Okay, what about the practicals in the advanced level? How we are going to do the practicals?
See,
Like the hands-on.
Yeah. See, the hands-on session, we will tell you what to buy for the course. Okay, and once you enroll for the course, we'll send you the kits needed. You will receive it, inshallah. You will receive it. You can just give your address. We'll send you whatever you need for the course. You'll receive it. You can just see what I'm doing on the online, and then you can do it. It's really easy, not that difficult.
It sounds very interesting, and I am in for
Okay.
the basic and advanced course.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
I will just coordinate for this one with the IT experts
Okay.
for
Thank
this
you.
one,
Thank you
and I
so
will
much.
do the payment for this one.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anything else? See, even if you're not able to ask any questions now, you can always contact us. Okay, you can find the contact in the website. Okay, you can ask your doubts. We are always there to help you, because I'm telling you again, I am an example how IoT has helped me to make a business out of what I've learned. So that is what we expect. We want everyone to be entrepreneurs. Like entrepreneurship is what is it's getting built up, right? So you can start building your own business out of IoT, inshallah. So anyone else? Okay, so I assume everyone is clear. I hope this session is really useful. See you in another session. We'll see about we have other webinars coming up. Okay. Okay. What are the costs of materials? See, for the beginner course, we'll send you materials worth 1,500. Okay, it's worth 1,500. That is for the beginner course. For the advanced level, Raspberry Pi, using Raspberry Pi. Okay, along with the beginner materials and the advanced materials, it will be like 5,000. It involves so many things. It's worth it. Or we'll give you the option to buy which to like, for example, you may not want to buy every sensor, so we'll give you the option to buy which whatever you want to buy. You have to buy Raspberry Pi and Arduino anyway, but you can choose the sensors you want to buy. You can try to choose only 2 3 sensors maybe, or 2 3 components. We'll make an option for that. Okay, so it's basically for the advanced level 5,000 rupees for the materials. For the beginner level it's 1,500. We have our own board. Actually, what we did was to train people efficiently. We made our own board. It's called Alsen's IoT Shield. We call it IoT Shield. Okay. So we made our own board. You can just check it. It's available on Amazon. It's called IoT Shield. Okay. So this makes it really easy. For especially for people who don't know, who's not used to electronics. This makes it, you don't need to use breadboards, wires. You don't need to use wires at all. That's the purpose of this shield. Okay, you can have check it out. We made this and we have almost sold like 100 pieces already, alhamdulillah. We are still making other set of 100 pieces now. So that is the other thing. That this is a very good product we made now, alhamdulillah. Yes, sir, it's available. It's available online. It's available online. We'll let you know the schedule. Keep following, or you'll be contacted from my TET team. Once the schedule is finalized, you'll get to know when we start and how long it will go and all that. You can give your suggestions. We are ready to team up, collaborate with you, like get your suggestions and act accordingly. How can we earn out of IoT if you are above 45 plus? Okay, age is not a matter. It's all about, see, once you have a product in your hand, any product, you just think of a product, you just think of a use case. There are tons of use cases. You can just search online for IoT projects. Just Google for IoT projects. You'll see so many. Not many of them have become a product now. Okay, so you can just, once your product is ready, there are people who are ready to invest on it and take the product to everywhere. So it's so once your idea is there, you have a product ready. It's not a matter at all. Like not getting into IT company. No, I don't get you. I don't get your question properly. Like not getting into IT company, like what? Uh, Ms. Noor, can you make it Can you make it clear? I don't get your question. If you're 45 plus, see, age is not a matter. You can always, see, most of the IoT companies now, the startups are not like, see, okay, fine. As an aging person, you're asking. See, IoT startups, if you take, okay, IT company don't hire them. Fine, fine. See, that's why I'm giving you the option. See, you don't need to depend on IT companies when you know IoT. See, when you have the uh, knowledge, when you have the knowledge already in you, you have the stuff in you to develop a product. I'm telling you, you have the stuff to develop a complete product. You don't need to go look for a job. You can build a product. Once you have it ready, there are people who are ready to invest on the product if it is really going to spread out. People are waiting for people to give them some product which can they sell. You can even use, see, I told you, we made those shield is an IoT shield is a product. I had the knowledge, so I made the shield. I'm selling it online through Amazon, everything. So you, when you have the product, you have the knowledge, you have the product. You don't need to worry about joining IT companies, or you don't need to worry about joining any company. What kind of support will we get from IT expert after training? See, I told you, the last slide showed you that we will help you bring out with the product if you have really good idea should be yours. I can't give you an idea which product or which usage can take on. You should be able to pick a use case. Okay, we should be able to pick a use case, an idea. We'll help you bring out with the product. We help you with 3D printing, even we help with 3D printing, or even PCB designing. Okay, everything can be helped. We want people to bring it with the part whomever you train. We will be proud of it, inshallah. Anything else? Okay, so let how difficult or easy is, see, see, if you have basic idea about C language, that is more than enough. But even if you don't know, you don't need to worry, because you have Python to help you. Raspberry Pi is based on Python, and everyone knows Python is a language for a new programmer. Even if you're totally zero in programming, you can still start with Python. So Raspberry Pi is based on Python. You don't need to worry about programming at all. And even Arduino, it may follow C language, but I tell you what, Arduino has its own coding, own commands. All you need to know is what code or what command does what. Like for example, to make the LED on, what's the command? To make the LED off, what's the command? That's the only thing you need. Okay, so don't worry about programming. We'll take care of that. We'll take care of it. Alhamdulillah, we have been training people for the last 4 5 years. I have trained almost like 3,000 students until now. So inshallah, even if you're zero in programming, don't worry, I'll take care of it, inshallah. So how was the session? Really useful? Others? Was the session really useful? Okay, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be in touch soon, inshallah. We'll update you, inshallah. Okay, we'll update you, inshallah, on the course. You'll get to, and please spread about this. We want more people to be in. When you have like 10 15 people in the course, it will be really interactive. So we'll start the batch with 10 or 15. So tell about your, you can tell your friends, you can tell your even those who do this college, you can spread it to students. They need it. They will do whatever they learn in the final year projects. So you can spread it to your whomever you know. So once we have like 10 15 people, inshallah, we'll have this hands-on session online, no props. We can have even one, not an issue. But we'll look for at least 10 15 people, spread it among your circle, and that'll be really helpful for us. So let's hope we'll see, inshallah. See you again. Remembering your duas, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.